Alright my friend, this is Duc Tran. So that is, we have been coming to the very last lesson of this course so far. Now, it seems like a long journey so far, hours and hours of creating this, and I know that it seems like simple, but you know, all the work that we have been doing, kind of like the foundation work of an app so far that you can use for any kind of things that you want to do. You can use this kind of login sign up for every app that you want to do, and you can use that as the foundation of your database for any kind of app that you want to build. Literally, I use this thing to build Instagram. I use this thing to build Messenger app. I use these code I'm teaching you right now to build Nike e-commerce store. And at some point, I'm going to invite you to the program as well called Socialize Your App, helping you to build Instagram, Facebook Messenger, and Nike retail store, and Snapchat, and all of those amazing apps that we have been seeing around the world. And as a developer, we want to practice our skills and develop our skills to build these apps too. So in this lesson, let's make the rubber meet the fan or anything whatever that is. So let's go ahead. We'll create our user login and sign up and welcome screen so that we can authenticate users and log in to the user, and we use one-time login screen. So go ahead, burst out your Xcode and let's get started. Let's create a class for this guy. Let's create a custom class for the create a new account screen. And then we are going to sign up the users, and then we goes into the screen, right? So the first one is, we need to have some way. Because right now, if I run the app, right now, currently, so let's run the app right now. Here we go. So right now, if I run the app, the user will see this newsfeed immediately. Because this tab bar right here is our initial view controller. So it will go to the first tab, the newsfeed, immediately. So now we have to have a way. In order to allow the users to log in and sign up, and that is one-time login method. Okay, so let's talk about that. How we can allow the user to have to only log in once or sign up once, and then until the user log out, they don't have to see the login on sign up screen anymore. And also, we have to protect the app information. That we don't want to have unauthenticated users uploading and doing stupid stuff to our database. So number one, let's go back into our database, and then I'm going to change the rules here back into auth equals is not equals to null, and auth for the right is not equals to null too. Like that, and then go back into the storage and the rules here. Okay, it takes some time to upload, so read and write here. I'm going to do request is not null too. Cool. Okay, so everything is set up. Now all we have to do now is we will go into the class for this guy. So I'm going to talk about how we can use one-time login. So this is that thing right here. So let's go into this class, and this class is newsfeed tail view controller. You don't have to worry any of this. All I have to worry about is we'll have to import Firebase. Okay, and then in your view did load, inside your view did load right here. Oh, you know what? Let's do that in what's that? View did appear, because this thing is going to get called multiple times. So super.view did appear animated like this. Okay, so here I'm going to check to see one-time sign in to see if the user logs in already or not. Cool. So here let's do fir auth like this, and then we do .auth so that we have the authentication object, and then we do question mark because it is an optional, and then we do add state the change listener. I know it's a mouthful. All it means is that this thing right here it's going to listen to the authentication status of the current user. And then we press enter, so we have the closure. So here, FIR auth, so we have the auth, and we have the user. Okay. So here we check if how about if the user equals to nil. Okay. I'm sorry, user is not equals to nil. Cool. If the user is not equals to nil, then this thing means that we do have the user. And the user did log in. Okay. So we maybe here you can start you can to do here. Okay, I'm going to do a to do here. You can fetch the post, you can update the news feed, those kind of things. Otherwise, else this means that the user hasn't logged in or already logged out. So all you have to do now is to show that login and logout screen. To show that login and logout screen. How can we do that? Well, let's have a what is that? Goes back into our main storyboard over here. And then I'm going to segue from this guy, okay? Segue from this guy to this guy, like this. And then let's do a show segue. Oh, you know what? Let's do a model segue. So delete this segue and Control drag, show present modally like this. And then I want to have the identifier for this segue to be show welcome, like that. Cool. And then we have the newsfeed table controller. So here I'm going to just have inside the storyboard, because I will store all the keys, all the identifiers, all of those things there. So static, let show welcome to be show welcome. Basically that string, okay? And then here we just have to do self.perform segue with identifier is storyboard dot show welcome. Sender is nil. Okay, so now let's run the app, and this time what will we expect? Yeah, I hope that you get it. So what we expect is that when we run the app for the first time, it's going to show up that welcome screen. Pretty cool, huh? So now when we show up the welcome screen, we create a new account and we can upload the profile image. We can do the email, we can do the the username, we can do that, all of these informations. So that is one-time sign in, my friend. That is just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 4 lines of code. It's that easy. Okay, so I hope that you remember this. You actually don't have to remember this because let me show you the doc. So just go to Firebase and it goes to doc like that, and then you have for iOS and get started like this. Okay, and then you will see that we have a bunch of platforms for iOS over here, and then you can show up and see the authentication, and then you can see the manage users. Okay, and let me scroll because let's scroll down and down. It's not over here. Deleting the user, re-authenticating the user, not that one. Let me see. Phone number, use custom auth system. Okay, so it's been a while since I go over here. So, oh, here we go. Listen for authentication state. So here we have the exact code that we use, right? And then we can remove that thing. Okay. So maybe we should do that. So maybe we should do view will appear. Okay, or you can, let's do view will disappear. So let's have that. Where is that? Where is our newsfeed table view controller? And then view will disappear like this, and then super dot view will disappear animated like that. Okay, and then we'll call this thing FIR auth remove that thing. Okay, so remove
stated change. Oh, all right. So actually, this is optional. You don't really have to do that because this thing is going to get discarded anyway if we don't have to use it. Okay, so let's delete this thing. We don't have to do that. It's optional because if you want to have that a reference to this thing, you can do that. But here we don't have a reference, so that's okay. Okay, so now, so you know where to find these information, right? So we can go to the doc. So now let's have a class. Let's have a class for our sign up screen over here. So let's have a new class. I'm going to have a new group over here, and let's call that user authentication, and then a new file, and let's name this guy. What is that? Oh, let's have this thing Cocoa Touch class UI tail view controller, and let's have this thing as sign up tail view controller, and next put it right there. Okay, so the sign up tail view controller, let's delete all of these code. We don't need that, so let's delete that. Okay, because we are going to use a group or a static tail views controller, so we don't have to worry about the sign up tail view controller. So I'm going to open the storyboard on the right hand side. Now the way you can do that is just go to the project navigator, hold the option key and click under the file that you want to play. You can just show on the assistant editor on the right hand side. Okay, so I click into the storyboard, and then let's click this create new account scene, change that view controller into sign up tail view controller, and then we have some buttons and those kind of things. So let's have this button right here. Okay, hover over that, and let's instead of outlet, let's have an action, and we have change profile picture did tab. And then over here, this image, let's have this image to be the profile image view. Okay, and then this text field. So let's have this text field, email text field. Oops, so it doesn't allow us because it's kind of like a little bug in Xcode for so long now. And then we have email text field, those things. Next thing, let's have the use full name text field. Full name text field. Let's have the username text field. I know I go a little bit fast because this kind of like very simple for you already, right? So the next thing is the password text field. Like that. Okay, and then finally our create a new account action. So action, create new account, the tab, like that. Okay, so create new account, the tab, and we create the action. All set, all good, all done. Okay, so here we go. There we have it. Let me check if we have this button. Oh, this button doesn't work. Huh? Yeah, let's have that button too. So. You know what? Let's do that as your little code challenge. So let's focus on your sign up tail view controller. So this sign up tail view controller, now the first step you're going to do is you need that change profile picture, the tab, so that you have the profile picture. But this thing we just need a profile picture is of type UI image, right? Your image like this. So I'm going to, you know what? I know that it's kind of like you're pretty good already. Otherwise, you will not watch this training. You will not watch this course. So can you do a little code challenge over here? Okay. So my little code challenge for you is number 1, present the camera, and then take a photo or select a photo from the library, and then assign that, and then set the profile picture right there so that we have this. Okay, so please do that. So right now I'm going to just set the profile picture to be our UI image with the name of Duc, like that. So I have the default image, and then I want to set the profile image profile image view.image to be our profile picture, like this. Cool? All right, so now if I run the app, let's run it. So here I just use these lines of code, but please do the little code change so that you change the learning mode a little bit so that it feels good when you learn it. Okay, so let's do that. Oh, by the way, you see this permission denied, those kind of things. I believe that we still have that testing code in the app delegate. Yep. So let's delete this thing. Go back here and create a new account. Change the profile picture, and we have this thing. Right, so very fast. Let me sign up to view controller. Change the profile image view dot layer dot corner radius to be profile image view dot bounds dot width over 2.0, and then profile image view dot layer dot masks to bounds to be true. So then we have that little circle. Okay, so let's run the app once again. Create a new account, change the profile picture, and just like by the magic of coding, we have the profile picture, right? So now let's create a new account like that. So let's create a new account. Here we go. So create a new account. So number one, we need to. So here is the step. Okay, number one, we need to create a new account. Number two, we need to save the user's information. Now, how can we save the user information? Yeah, we use that user class right there. Okay. And number three, we need to log in the user to use the app. Now, when you said that, create a new account and sign up. So here, instead of create a new account, let's do sign up a new account. Now, when we said that we sign up a new account, it doesn't mean that we log in already. So we have to sign up, we have to save the user information, and then we log in. Cool. So now let's have the sign up a new account. So step number one, you have to go into this guy, authentication tab, and then you'll see this sign in method, right? Sign in method, and then you have the email password. So click here, enable it, and save it. This is very important. If you don't do it, you will not have that feature set up. So after we got the sign up a new account, so let's do number one here, sign up a new account. So I want to check. Let's check things out, okay? So let's username equals to username text field. Oh, so let's do this. If email text field text is not empty, like this. Okay, now I know this is a stupid check because I expect that you will do it better than this. Okay, so you can do better than this. So you can check like if it is a valid email address, you can check those things. Or I really believe that there's gonna be some awesome open source library on GitHub, so you can check that out. But here, let's just present ourselves as like a dummy check, okay? So that we have some valid data. And then we have, how about we have the password text field dot text dot characters that count is greater than 6, okay? So then we have like the password has to be at least 6 characters. And then we have oops, what did I do? Oh, I think I clicked into the main storyboard. So and we have the username text field dot text dot characters that count is greater than 6 too. How's that? Oh, this is text field, and then we have the full name text field that text is not an empty string, and then the profile image is not nil too. And then we have everything is set up for us. Okay, so now here we can start signing up the users. So let's have over here, cut that over there. So here we just check the data. Okay, so sign up the users. Let's have some of these data. Let username to be our email username text field dot text. Now we can ungrab that. Please note that we have to ungrab that. Otherwise, when we save that to Firebase, it will be something like optional username, optional Duc Tran something. Okay, optional. What is that? Optional open and close parentheses and Duc Tran inside that. Okay, it will turn that into the optional description. Okay, so let's the email to be email text field dot text. Email text field dot text. Let the password to be password text field dot text, all ungrabbed. Cool. So email password full name also. Let's have the full name to be full name text field dot text. And we have the profile image. We have all of those things. So let's go ahead and sign up a new account. So sign up a new account. FIR Auth. Oh, do we import Firebase? Dumber. So import Firebase like that. And then we have the FIR Auth like that. And then .auth again. Auth. Open and close. Optional training, and then we create user, and we have the email password completion. So with the email is email, password is password, completion is this, and now we have the FIR user, and we have the error. Okay, user like this. Now notice that this is of typed FIR user, Firebase user. It is not our local user class. Cool? Okay, so now let's create that users so that we can save the user's information using the user class. So step number 2 right there. Okay, so let user to be, or let's new user to be our user with the UID and those kind of things. So UID is, how can we get the UID? How can we get the UID? Let's maybe it's a good time to look at our documentation, because I don't want to like create dependency here. I just want to show you how to do this stuff. So manage users, maybe we can have some information over here. So let's have that. Oh, you know what, we can have password authentication over there. So all I have to do now is create a password-based account, import Firebase, we did that. FIR app.configure, we did that. And then we do this, right? Create user with email and password like that, right? And then below there, do we have anything? Oh, we don't have that. So I believe I see that somewhere. Maybe it's in the header file. FIR auth, FIR. Oh, here we go. So you see this? Get a user's profile. Okay? So now this user profile, it allows us to have this FIR auth.current user, which pretty much is this FIR user of typed FIR user. And then you can access to the user UID using user FIR user.uid. And then email is FIR user.email. Okay, and then maybe you can get the photo URL. We don't have that because we access that in our storage. But now we want to save even more data, like the full name, or in Instagram case, it has the bio, it has the description, it has the website URL, or the email, so that the user can email the support, those kind of things. So that's why we need that user. Okay. So now this is UID, so let's have FIR user.uid. So did you see this? Whenever we create the user, this FIR user already has a unique ID for us. So now the username is just username over here, right? So profile image is our profile image, a profile picture. The email is email. The full name is full name, like that. Cool. Okay, now the last step is to save that thing. So new user.save. Come on, new user.save. I think I have some errors over here. Let's check. oh, let's check this thing. Okay, because this FIR user is not, we have to check that. Okay, so if the error is not nil, meaning that we have an error here, so you have to report it over here. So here I'm going to just to print out this error like this. Okay, you can put it in alert view, that would be cool. Else if let the FIR user to be the FIR user like that, and then we can move this chunk of code above here. Okay, pay close attention with all of these curly braces. Okay, because there was one time that swear to God, swear to you, that I have something like this, an if else block, and the code that I was supposed to have is inside this else. I actually have like an if else like this, and then inside here I have another if else. I have another if else like that, and then the code that I supposed to have is above here. Okay, but I just accidentally put that below that, outside of this else clause. So everything is messed up, and yes, all gone my whole afternoon, because that was a feature that I tested out. I didn't know that like I would make such a dummy logic error, but that's coding. You have that all the time, so pay close attention to that. So now we user.save with the completion here error like that. Okay, do we have, now we don't have the completion, so here we have the completion, right? So we do have the completion, and after that let's just check if the error is not nil. Then here we just report the error. Okay, so let's print out the error again. Otherwise, we now, we do successfully sign up a new account. Booyah! Let's have some like champagne or something over here. So now, last step number 3, log in the users to use the app. Now, once we do this, it's basically is how you log in to. Okay, so here is how you log in. The way that you're going to log in is you use FIR auth.auth like this, and then question mark sign in with email like that. And then the email, you pass in the email, and then the password and the completion. You have the completion. Here you have another FIR user. I know it's kind of like repetitive, but it is not. It's just the way that it has to be like that. Okay, and then the error like this. Go. So now we successfully log in like that. Now, but then we still have to check. I know we have like 1,000 check over here. User profile image. Oh, profile picture over here. Okay, just an error. Profile picture. Okay. So now here, let's check if let error equals to error. If let error equals to error for this error right here. So here I'm going to just again print out this error. Otherwise, because we show up this login screen, this whole thing modally, so I can just count self.dismiss animated is true, completion is nil. How about animated is, let's put that as false. Cool. Alright, so now it's time to test it. All of these efforts. I mean, it's just like 70 lines of code and you have everything. Trust me, it seems like a lot, but it's basically the same things that you can use for any app that you use email, password, login. Of course, you can add so much more features into that. You can have any kinds of things that you want to do. Okay, so let's run the app. I know there's an error somewhere over here. Oh, okay, so this thing, somewhere the profile picture over here, right? So it should be, because it is an enclosure, so you should have the self pointing to that. So let's save, run the app, and see how it looks like. Here we go. This is the app so far. Oh, by the way, I want to have our database on the left so that we know for sure. Then we have the users and then the database like this. Okay, the database. Let's delete all of these users. delete all of these users, delete the media, delete basically everything. And then create a new account. And we change the profile picture like this. Okay, we change that like kind of like magic. We have the email address, something like support@ductran.cl, and then the full name is Duc Tran. Username is Duc Tran. I was about to type in my full name. So test 1, 2, 3, and then create an account like that. It's dismissed, but hey, why is it show back into this guy? It's supposed to show into our news feed. That's problem number 1, right? But now, let's not worry about that because we have something to celebrate. Because we have our user information over here. It means that we just successfully saved new users information. Let's check. Go back into authentication. Oh yeah, we have that new users. You see this? And then you see the user UID, right? And you will find out that that's pretty much all the information that you have for a user. Okay? And then the next thing, how about storage? And then we have the profile images, right? And you'll see that we have a bunch of these things. Now, only the last one here, right? The last one over here is our new profile image because these things are our test one, remember? Okay, so that is how you do it, how you sign out. But notice that we do have this guy. So this guy is a simple fix. We just have to have, because this thing, where's that main storyboard? Right? So the main storyboard over here, this guy is modally presented this guy. And then when this guy gets dismissed, it will goes back into here. It will not go into here because it's just presented modally by this guy, not this guy. So all we have to do is create a class for this guy. Okay, so new file like that, and then Cocoa Touch class, and we have what? Welcome UI view controller, and then let's have welcome view controller. Put it right there. Okay, move it up and here. So view did load here, view did load is fine. So the view did load, we can do what we can do. What should we do? This is a tough one. So can you figure it out? Like just give it a thought. Just give it a thought. Okay, so how can we know that, okay, now this guy just gets dismissed to me after login successfully, after sign in successfully. Now I know that someone is just logged in successfully. I want to dismiss this myself so that I go back into the news feed. Did you figure it out? I hope that you do. So all we have to do now is we add another state authentication, state the change listener. So we have an FIR auth. Oh, by the way, we have to import Firebase. So import Firebase. And then we do FIR auth dot auth like this, and then question mark, add state the change listener, and then we do question mark, print enter, and then we have auth and error, user, not error. Okay, and then we check if the user is not nil, then it means that we just log in successfully. Right? So here we just have to self.dismiss animated maybe false. Okay? Let's test that. Completion nil. Else you can take care of that clause. I don't have right now anything to do with that. Okay? Alright. So last one, main storyboard. This guy. So for this guy, it is welcome. And run the app and see how it looks like. Here we go. Let's see. It shows our app immediately. Why is that? Well, the reason is that we have a stated change listener in our newsfeed. Right, so it knows that we just log in successfully, and we only have to log in once because of Firebase. So yeah, we don't have to do anything now. but I actually want to test that feature out. And in that case, we have to log out somehow, right? So let me show you really quick how to log out too. So let's go back into our app here, and then how about just for dummy presentation, let's have this logout button over here. I know that's like really bad way to put a logout. Okay, it doesn't make sense at all, but we want to test out that feature, so let's have a bar button item, put it over here, and then let's change this thing into logout. Okay, or out, like that. Okay, and then let's have this assistant editor, like that. Okay, where's that? Here we go. Newsfeed table view controller, like this. And then how about I'm going to scroll down. Let's have this out, connect that over here, and then let's have the connection is action. The name is logout the tab connect. Okay. So all we have to do now is really simple. Fir auth, like that, dot logout. Oh, fir auth. I think fir auth. Let me check. Dot logout. No. Okay. Let's see. Firebase data. I'm sorry. Come on. It doesn't allow me. Gosh, what's wrong? Here we go. So let's check our database. I'm sorry, our documentation. You can scroll down and down, user. So get started. Sign up user, sign in existing, get user information. Okay, let's see. Password authentication. Right, so we have Firebase, scroll down, logout should be somewhere down. Oh, sign out over here. Fir auth, right? And sign out. Okay, so let's have the sign out. I think it's changed to sign out sometimes. So fir auth, dot auth, like that, dot sign out. Here we go, and let's make sure we try like that. We don't have to worry about that. Okay, and then all we have to do now is we perform the segue to our storyboard.show welcome. So perform segue. Oops, show welcome. Run the app, and there's an error somewhere. No, that's good. Build succeeded. That's good. Good sign. Okay, so here we go. So we have the out. That's great, man. Having logout. Click here, and boom, we have logout successfully. Now let's create a new account, change profile picture, and how about we do Duc at developers academy.io. Full name is Duc Tran, and username is Duc Tran 2. Test 1, 2, 3. Tran 2, like that. Okay. Create a new account, and it takes here. Okay, it's logged in. Now I know it's kind of like we need some animation over there, so we can do that too. Okay, so now we show up the login screen. So it means that we just log in, and sign up successfully. And we got the user information saved. We got the email, we got the full name, all of those things.
Alright guys, so that is how you do it, how you log in, sign up screen, log in and authenticate user. Everything we have been complete with this course. So I hope that you enjoy this course. I hope that at least I bring any kind of like training and any information to you that's helpful for you. Please let me know in the comment section. And also, I hope that at some point my energy speaks to you, and I hope that you feel better and just continue your learning journey, because at the end of the day, who learned the most succeeds the most. And I'm talking to the one I know that you are going to do that. You are going to burst everyone else in the field, because you are the ones who go through from the start of a course and you complete the course. You are a finished person, and you are just like want to finish things, you want to complete things, and that at the end of the day is the thing that separates successful developer from non-successful developer. So I hope that you enjoy this course so far. I certainly did. enjoy that creating this course for you. So what I want to do for you is in the next lesson, in the next video, I would love to share with you how I can help you to build Instagram and Nike e-commerce store and Facebook and Snapchat, all of those amazing apps. And that is my most advanced course so far. So I hope that you will, I will invite you to that course and hope that you will join us someday. It's okay if you don't join that course, but if it is the thing that fits you, please join us, and I love to serve you even more and educate with you even more in that course. So I hope that you join us. Until then, go out there every single day of your life, learn new things, craft your ideas, and contribute to the world. I see you in the next lesson.